That's the piston and rod out of this?
Out of this.
Good
Crazy.
grief. Wow.
Big old bastard. The head's inside the cylinder tank right now.
So you're rebuilding this by yourself?
Yeah. I ain't had much luck. I've had bad luck with this tractor.
It's amazing, brother.
I have to do it though, because it's in me.
Well, that's...
I gotta hear it run again.
And you're the man to do it.
It's serious.
What's your name?
Jerome.
Eugene? Oh,
He's
sorry.
taking video, so it's a little crazy. Look at that pulley over there on the other side where it drove the flat belts and the thrashing machines. Where they powered everything off that pulley.
So you believe you're going to get this thing working that way?
Oh yeah. There's my great-grandpa. That'd be Dad's signatures to him. But
John Shippers.
it's got 16 valves and 2 cams. I gotta retime it off of that flywheel.
So this is more of a legacy than anything.
Oh yeah. I can't do anything with it. I ain't selling or anything. Gotta make around. This is the intake side. Intake valves. And the head's missing, but then the exhaust crosses over. Your
So this is
water
when
pump.
America was America.
Water pump. You got your magneto, your spark.
The old
Timing
school
covers
stuff.
up here. There's your oil pump. It's outside. You got to take that plug out and prime it every time you go start the machine.
Good grief.
This has to suck oil from the oil pan. You got to pour oil in there to pull it from the pan, and it lubricates the rest of the motor. But this thing, when she's idling, the front end will start hopping up and down. Just crazy shit. But you got an old Cadillac emblem up here. It's a temperature thermometer. Once she starts getting in the red, you gotta back it off and let her idle and cool down. But pretty amazing. Yeah, I put the bands on the back so we can drive in the parade, so we can tear up the street. The bands in the back.
Oh, I saw those right there. Yeah.
Out in the field, you wouldn't have them on there.
Nope.
Just be steel wheel.
I wonder if it would get decent traction now.
This thing would pull out hedge trees. It goes 1.5 miles an hour.
What kind of horsepower do you think it has?
27 horse on the tractor.
27?
The ring gear in the rear end is 36 inches. It's 3-foot bull gear in the rear end. And you got transverse for your transmission. I got a picture in the old book. Dad has a book on this tractor, amazingly, from his uncle Johnny. I gotta tear that top cover off and look in there and see if I got any pins sheared off.
Eugene, did you think your grandma and grandpa had one of these?
There's 840 of these made.
They didn't have one.
840, that's it?
There's only 15 existing in the world.
And you're going to rebuild this one.
Yeah, I gotta save it.
It's amazing.
But
You're an amazing man, brother.
inside the engineer, get a little access hole for the rods and connecting rods.
Get right down in there.
Yep. Not hard to see. There's a crankshaft. I got a damp towel with oil on it so it doesn't rust.
It's amazing stuff.
It's the only access holes to the block, so.
Was this run on kerosene or gasoline?
Ran on 5 fuels. They had Propylglycine, alcohol, diesel fuel, gasoline, kerosene. And that's all they had back then. This cover is your forward and reverse. I got my ass kicked when I was little. Had to pull that cover off. You shift that shift lever up there too fast, it'll throw the pin back and forth for the pinion to shift gears. You have to let the clutch in real slow because it has to worm gear to fish the fork over for the transmission.
Right.
Kick it in gear, and you take it real easy till she goes in gear and let off. But we'll never pull this tractor because the rear end's been abused from great-great-grandpa. They pulled out a 1/2 mile hedge. It's pretty crazy.
Well, this is what
That's what they had to work with.
That's what American families actually worked with. The farmers up here.
This here is cut off by great-great-grandpa. Put a Caterpillar air cleaner on it, and that deal laying back there goes up in the air. So you wouldn't suck much of dirt because they didn't have very good air filter systems back then. Here's where you take a check valve, you take a cup of gas, pour it in each one of these, and shut the valve, and then you go crank it. That's how you prime it because it's an updraft carburetor. So, pretty crazy shit. It's like a 40-gallon fuel tank. My great uncles, they would actually ride horses down to the tractor with a plow on the back. This thing would pull eight bottom plow, about a mile and a half, and they could set this wheel in the ridge and walk away from it and let the tractor go.
Really?
Then go back down there with the horseback and turn it around. They're just being smart asses, but
Well, that
they
sounds
did
like
what
the
it
old
did.
Amish guys did that.
I got ridge
With
rings.
the old case tractors.
I got a case too. That's where the old piston saddle right there. Just broke that motor loose last week. That piston went in there.
Really?
Trying to find a sleeve for it. But this is where Grandpa rebuilt cars for the last 60 years.
Yeah, this is a
Old shop.
old shop. Reminds me of my old grandpa in St. John,
Old
Kansas.
head gasket off the old case.
The old men got shit done, right?
Yeah, they kicked ass. That old sign. It's like hell, but it is what it is. That one up there.
Well, thanks for sharing this with me.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people are going to appreciate it. All right, brother. Signing out of this one.
Yep. Thanks.